Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
because
the way of life, right? Exactly. So the soft drinks, the jeans, the food, the fast food, the music. Do you think this was a period of westernization that the government began to be afraid of? You know, that it was westernizing the younger generation.
very much vis-a-vis the Cold War era, where Western influence, the great Western mass influence coming, capitalism and technology. So habits, lifestyle, entirely new. Advertisements, bowling, recreation, bowling came around. What else? Your wear, the way you wear your pants, Levi's jeans, pop music to go with it. So the whole entire lifestyle, it ushers in that zeitgeist, the word, the era, the period, that period in our history, in our civilization. It was very appropriate and very well defined. The consumption of drink, the music, the pop music that goes with it, the clothing, the jeans, the hairdo, long hair, culture, the movies, and that whole entirety of who we are and how do we define ourselves is so easily recognized if you compare to myself in the 50s and the early years. Complete cut off, the cutoff point was so complete, and it was a time of adventure and entertainment and boy meet girl, and going to college. Junior college was introduced, and then more and more girls entering into the JCs, into the universities, and then Orchard Road, and no longer the old-fashioned young girls not allowed to be in the street with boys after 9. That kind of fixation in our culture. It's no longer. It's the modern liberation of ourselves amidst the backdrop of the geopolitics of the world.
I mean, the 1980s was also, I mean, that was the era that I grew up in. And that was the time,
okay.
remember that, the
You're
government,
getting the apex of it.
right. The worst of it in a sense.
Okay, the worst of
The
it.
government began to warn against this younger generation becoming,
Yeah.
adopting Western values. And, this was the time, the decade when they emphasized things like Confucian values, Asian values, afterwards in the 90s.